All righty, welcome back. It is a Thirsty Thursday edition of Liquid Lunch on Biz TV, on social media, everywhere. We're in the Corona Bunker Studios, still in my home here in Staten Island, New York, in the Rotting Apple. And, you know, every Wednesday we have this cool little thing that we do. We call it Women Wednesday, and we try to highlight women in business, women in the arts, women in politics, women in philanthropy, get the woman's point of view. We have women on every day, but on Wednesday we try to make the focus the women's perspective as much as we can. We missed a great one yesterday because I got to tell you, since the beginning, when we were only on once a week on Newsmax on What's the Deal, Kiana has been coming to any studio we've had, and she's always brought the noise, brought the information, and we're joined by her again. Kiana Danial, CEO of Invest Diva, joins us right now. She's also the author of Cryptocurrency Trading for Dummies. And from what I understand now, you're huge now. I mean, you were always huge, you know, but now you're like mega huge.
Massive, massive. Thank you for having me on the show, John.
I remember the very first time we had you on was on the Sunday show, What's the Deal? And we were trying to do it on Zoom, and it was like none of us were even Zoom, Zoom credible back then. And look at us now; we've come full circle. But you have done nothing but grow. Of course, you know, there are a lot of men. I've always pointed out a lot of opportunities for women in crypto because it started from scratch. I thought it was a level playing field. And now all of a sudden, of course, men have been following you, and now there's been a huge upsurge in women, and you kind of shifted your focus to, educating women-focused investing. And I think there was a recent poll that said 60% of the households in America, the women control the purse strings. So you're probably the best at this. What exactly are you doing for the women of America now?
So the interesting point is once COVID started, I feel like a lot of women who either lost their job or their husbands lost their jobs, they became interested in actually taking control of their finances. And, you know, since I became a mom, I also wanted to always kind of give back to the mom community, because it's kind of a misconception. It's like, okay, I'm a mom, I don't have time, I have to be a math whiz, like my brain can't even there are a lot of myths when it comes to investing, especially by women. And so I started actually getting on TikTok. We talk about it in a second. And there were a lot of stay-at-home moms who were on TikTok, and I started educating about investing on TikTok, and I got this huge following, and it's been amazing. So I shifted my focus only on actually moms and parents who are looking to get started investing, but they're intimidated, by all the lingo that majority of the media uses that is kind of foreign to them. They're like, oh, bull, bear, what's that? Like, they don't get it. So I kind of demystify the whole financial landscape, and I held their hands to get started investing on their own without having to go to a financial advisor or anything like that, and start making money during the recession, which is awesome.
So you're like a money mystic for the woman community. I know this whole spiritual thing and the mysticism. I know this is big now. Getting the third dimension, opening your third eye, unblocking your chakras. These are all things I'm trying to learn. But you're like a money mystic. Now, you're not just like some flash in the pan social media star. You actually spent a bunch of years on Wall Street doing some really sophisticated stuff. And now you kind of pack that down and deliver it to people in bite-sized pieces that they can process and understand for the layman, right?
Exactly. So my time on Wall Street was interesting. I mean, as anyone can imagine. I've always been in kind of male-dominated fields. I studied electrical engineering. I was like the only girl in my class. I went on Wall Street. I was the only girl on the team. And it's always been kind of interesting to view the male perspective and how tough it is to really break through the mentality there. But yeah, so I basically, as you said, I studied for CFP, Certified Financial Planning, CMT, Chart Market Technicians, all these C-level fancy stuff. And I decided instead of becoming a financial advisor, I'm just going to help people do it on their own, become their own financial advisor. And, it's actually super easy. Like, they just make it sound intimidating for no reason. Because if they don't sound intimidating, then they won't have a job, because people will just do it on their own.
So by your own admission, because I know this is a big thing that people fear and stuff. By your own admission, you suck at math.
I do. So here, disclaimer. When I say that, people are like, "Oh, but how did you study electrical engineering?" So I suck at high-level math. Like, put me in front of a math equation at electrical engineering school, and I absolutely suck at it. But the interesting thing is that, for investing, like, you need fourth grade math. Fourth grade, literally.
Yep.
And that is, I feel like, what is the biggest misconception when it comes to investing? Like, oh my God, I have to be some sort of a rocket scientist to do this. No, like, I tried becoming a rocket scientist. I failed miserably, and I suck at math, yes. But I'm good at investing because it has nothing to do with math. I can do it on my phone, every math that is required, so.
Yeah, I think it is strange the way they're even changing that, some of these core curriculums now, they're trying to change fourth grade math. And I think, the kids these days, they need just the first 7 or 8 grades to have the basics down, and then everybody is going to their phones and their laptops. So there's other ways to expand the brain with just having the fundamentals down. I know you figure that out, but when I worked for Overstock.com, we used to do these customer surveys, right, and try to figure out what certain demographics liked or felt uncomfortable, whether they would be more likely to buy this thing in the store or online, right? And if you had a guess, quick guess, what do you think the most stressful situation for a woman is in a woman consumer is, if you had a guess?
The biggest?
Stressful.
Getting ready to go to the shop? I don't know.
Yeah, no. You want to know what it is? No kidding. Women get anxiety to go shopping for bathing suits. It's a statistical fact. To go to the store and try it on. And
I would never do that, ever.
I'm saying women are absolute. I'm telling you, it's one of a big case study for a huge public company, right? One of the things that give people anxiety, especially women, was going shopping for bathing suits. And the other one for men was going to the car dealership and buying a new car. Believe it or not, you know what I mean? Yeah, these are stressful. It taxes people, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, 60% of the households in America, the purse strings are controlled by the woman. And I think a lot of women want to dip their toe in the water and get away from this advisor who just charges them 2% a year to rip them off on front-ended mutual funds or front-loaded mutual funds.
The market. Like, statistically, the financial advisors, 86% of them underperform the market average. I'm like, if you're doing the market average, just get an index fund like on your own. Why are you paying a commission fee to this guy?
And then some people think, oh, I want to get in and learn for myself, but I don't have millions. So, you show people a way where they can get started and learn with much less than that.
$500, you can get started. Like, you have to get started today. It's just like the perspective that, I got to be a millionaire. No, you can open an app, create a brokerage account with Robinhood, fund it $500, start buying that Apple stock instead of buying the iPhone. And, that is how you grow your wealth. I've heard so many stories like Uber drivers start investing, $100 per month. 20 years later, they have $1 million. So.
Wow. Hey, Kiana, I want to talk to you about how you teach women to have confidence when it comes to money and understanding, critical life points where you change your investing strategy and medium and long range investing. Can you hang out with us and do one more segment? Because I love when our audience learns about this stuff. Can you do one more segment with us?
Would love to.
Pretty please.
My pleasure.
Okay, good. So just buzzing through the first hour here of Thirsty Thursday edition of Liquid Lunch. We're talking to the Invest Diva herself. Kiana Danial is with us. She's the CEO of Invest Diva. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to you about learning about simple ways that you can empower yourself to take your investing future in your own hands. Not a lot of money, not a lot of stress. Simple ways from one mom to another. We're going to break it all down with the Invest Diva right after this. Stay with us. You're watching Liquid Lunch.